The cinematic world woke up in shock this week as No Other Choice, starring global sensation Son Ye-jin and her real-life partner Hyun Bin, sent tremors across the box office charts. What was expected to be a modest melodrama release has turned into a full-blown frenzy, leaving distributors scrambling, critics stunned, and audiences caught in a whirlwind of emotions. On its release day, cameras captured hundreds of eager fans forming endless lines outside Seoul's most prominent theaters. According to the Korea Herald, pre-sale tickets had already surpassed 800,000 by the previous night, generating over $12 million in advance sales before the first curtain even rose. The paper described the scenes as a concert-like atmosphere. Fans chanting Son Ye-jin's name as if awaiting a K-pop idol rather than a cinematic premiere. The hysteria was palpable, an echo of the legendary openings of Korea's most successful blockbusters, but with the added fever of a global audience watching through live streams and trending hashtags. The scale of the phenomenon extended beyond Korea's borders. Variety reported that international pre-sales reached nearly $8 million across 12 territories, including Japan, Singapore, the Philippines. It run in the United States. Crowds in Shinjuku, Tokyo were described as riotous yet reverent, as fans brought banners bearing both Son Ye-jin and Hyun Bin's names. The Japanese press called the frenzy a cinematic storm, highlighting how rarely a Korean melodrama outpaces action-heavy releases in its opening weekend. Within just 5 days of release, the global box office tally had risen to $25 million, a figure confirmed by Forbes Asia, which broke down the numbers into Korea, $12 million, Japan, $5 million, United States limited screenings, $3 million, and other Asian territories, $5 million. The magazine added an ominous line: if the momentum continues, No Other Choice could easily cross the $100 million mark within a month, a shocking reality for a film with an estimated production cost of only $18 million. This notion of panic swept through Hollywood insiders, had underestimated the film's appeal. Much of the credit, of course, was directed at Son Ye-jin herself, the queen of melodrama. Her presence has historically transformed any release intercultural event. Hollywood Reporter noted, Son Ye-jin's return is not simply an acting comeback, it is a seismic shift. Her ability to draw audiences across Asia remains unmatched. No Other Choice. She portrays a woman caught between devastating loyalty and personal survival, a role that forces audiences into tears, gasps, and stunned silence. Clips of her climactic monologue have already gone viral, with countless fans posting reaction videos of themselves crying uncontrollably in theaters. And yet, it was Hyun Bin who became the surprise centerpiece of the narrative. Though not officially part of the cast, presence at the premiere set off a media explosion. Yonhap News described the chaos when Hyun Bin entered the hall. The atmosphere shifted. Fans screamed his name. Photographers nearly toppled over one another. Symbolic image of Korea's most beloved couple sharing a stage transformed the screening into history in the making. His words of support: this film represents not only great artistry but also a journey of love and courage, were replayed endlessly on news broadcasts. Social media exploded. Hashtags such as No Other Choice, Son Ye-jin, Hyun Bin trended worldwide, with Twitter X data confirming over 1.2 million mentions within the first 72 hours. TikTok was flooded with edits of Son Ye-jin's most emotional scenes juxtaposed with Hyun Bin's tender smiles at the premiere. One viral clip, showing Hyun Bin dabbing away tears while watching his wife on screen, garnered over 15 million views within a day. Emotional connection between the film's storyline and their real-life love story blurred, giving audiences the sense that they were not simply watching a film but living through a personal testimony of devotion and sacrifice. Critics too could not resist weighing in. Green Daily wrote, the shock is not only in the numbers but in the experience. No Other Choice is cinema reborn as emotional spectacle. Profits are a reflection of collective catharsis. Worried about the ripple effects, with such a rapid box office surge, smaller independent films risk being overshadowed, creating what industry insiders called a profit panic. Owners reported having to reschedule multiple slots for the film due to overwhelming demand, sometimes at the expense of local productions. Following the shocking opening of No Other Choice only deepened the sense of unease and awe reverberating through the global entertainment industry. Analysts scrambled to understand how a Korean melodrama had not only recouped its production costs in less than a week, but had also sparked conversations about the future of global cinema. According to CJENM distribution data, earned $12 million in its opening weekend in Korea alone, with Seoul accounting for nearly half of that figure. In Japan, Oricon News confirmed $5 million in sales within the first 3 days, an unprecedented number for a non-action Korean import. In the United States, Hollywood reported that the limited release in Los Angeles and New York brought in $3 million, prompting speculation of a rapid nationwide expansion. Screen Daily added that Southeast Asian territories collectively generated $5 million. Singapore and the Philippines leading demand. The comparison to other releases only highlighted the magnitude of the shock. While Concrete Utopia, another Korean hit, had taken nearly 2 weeks to cross the $10 million mark in Japan, no other choice surpassed that figure across Asia in just days. Hollywood studios too were forced to pay attention. The Guardian wrote, "The shock profits of No Other Choice have rewritten global expectations for Asian cinema in 2025. The panic is not only in Korea but in Los Angeles. Distributors suddenly realized they may have underestimated the star power of Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin." Forbes Asia analyzed the numbers with chilling clarity: production costs of $18 million. Marketing costs around $7 million. Global returns already surpassing $25 million in less than a week. At this rate, magazine wrote, profit margins are entering the territory of global blockbusters, without the reliance on CGI-heavy spectacles. This is pure star-driven cinema. The panic, therefore, was not simply about earnings but about the recalibration of what global audiences truly crave: emotional resonance. Hyun Bin, though not a cast member, once again at the center of discussions. In an interview with Nikkei Asia, he reflected, "This success is beyond numbers. It is about cultural power. We did not anticipate this. And yet it shows that stories rooted in emotion can travel farther than explosions and superheroes." His words sparked speculation. Could Hyun Bin join the cast in a potential sequel? Fan forums buzzed with theories, many insisting that the synergy of their real-life romance was the secret weapon behind the film's magnetic pull. Son Ye-jin herself added fuel to the fire. At a press conference covered by Chosun Ilbo, she was moved to tears as she addressed the unexpected surge. "I never expected such overwhelming love. This film is not just mine, it belongs to all of us who believe in love, in sacrifice, in impossible choices." Image of her wiping tears, with Hyun Bin gently holding her hand, spread across the front pages of Korean dailies the next morning. Commentators described it as a moment when fiction and reality merged, amplifying the legend of the couple. Projections grew bolder as days went on. Bloomberg predicted that if European markets and North American expansions went as planned, the film could soar to between $150 and $200 million globally within the next 2 months. Investors in Korea's film industry celebrated the unexpected windfall, while Hollywood insiders began to express nervousness about the growing dominance of Korean cinema on the world stage. The term "profit panic" became a catchphrase in trade publications, encapsulating both admiration and fear. Perhaps the most powerful impact was emotional. Fans described the experience as life-changing. Watching Son Ye-jin's character was witnessing a piece of their own struggles. International film bloggers called the film a new Hallyu wave, not through pop songs but through cinematic heartbreak. The blending of Son Ye-jin's legendary performance and Hyun Bin's off-screen devotion turned the film into more than entertainment, it became a cultural event. The conclusion of this first chapter in No Other Choice's history leaves an indelible mark. Photographers captured one striking image: Son Ye-jin and Hyun Bin standing side by side under a barrage of camera flashes, their hands interlocked, their smiles trembling with the weight of history. For many, symbolized the merging of love, art, and profit in a way never before seen. As The Guardian aptly summarized, from panic to triumph, No Other Choice has redefined the global stage. Son Ye-jin and Hyun Bin are no longer just stars, they are the unstoppable heartbeat of a cinematic storm shaking the foundations of the industry.